Innovation. This has been the foundation of knowledge transfer partnerships for the past 40 years. As we look back over the decades, we find amazing stories of past associates who have grown through our programme and who have become leaders in their field. One such story comes from our early years, the 1980s, a time when we were known as the Teaching Company Scheme. Here we discover the experience of a past associate involved in a project within the field of design and engineering.
The project I was working on was part of a rolling scheme which was between Ferodo and Salford University, and it was for disc brake pad manufacture. The bit that I was working on was the part of the finishing cell development, which was to look at inspection systems and introduce statistical process control. KTP, as it is now, can work very well if the project's right for both the academic side and for the industry as well. It's hard to say what the most memorable bit is. There's lots of good memories from it. I remember one visit to the British Aerospace site where one of the guys was doing a project on very high-speed machining of aluminium, and in the demonstration he said, "All right, I'll show you what the project was," and set his this machine away, and it just sounded like a jet engine winding up. And then as the cutting tool started to move into the billet, it was just like an explosion of swarf and bits of aluminium flying everywhere. It was quite impressive to see. So that kind of sticks in the mind. Don't be afraid of projects. There are challenges out there, but they can all be overcome. And if you use the right techniques and the right approach, then you can get most things achieved. And the most important aspect is people and the people that you work with. It's very rare you can do anything on your own. You need to work as a team. So working in the Teaching Company Scheme with a team of fellow associates and some very clever engineers, both in the industry and in the university, I think is probably one of the biggest lessons. The fact that the KTP has been going for 40 years is a credit to the system as it is. And I think it still has a future. And I think particularly where there are maybe new developments, new technologies, you have to kind of go with something that's proven. Nissan had started up fairly recently and they were expanding. So I joined, and I've been here 27 years now, and I have to say that in all that time there's no 2 days the same. The opportunities have been great, and if I hadn't gone through to do the Teaching Company Scheme, develop some of those skills, maybe I wouldn't have got into Nissan in the first instance. So a lot to be thankful for.
Forging links between business and academics, building industry through innovation. This is our legacy. 40 years of knowledge transfer partnerships.